Hello, I'm Jim Hendrick, the voice of Budweiser Racing. The boat you're now looking at is the queen of the unlimited fleet, the Miss Budweiser, driven by Dean Chenoweth and owned by Bernie Little. This boat in competition can hit speeds of 180 miles an hour in the straightaway, which is the length of a football field in about 1.1 second. Only about 9 square inches off of each sponson actually touch the water under race conditions, and only half the propeller. The other half of that propeller throws up a rooster tail exceeding 50 feet in the air and 200 feet behind. It's quite an event. Anytime you get a chance to see an unlimited race, come out and join the crew of Miss Budweiser. Meet Bernie Little, owner of Miss Budweiser. 18 years in the sport and is the most successful owner in unlimited hydroplane racing history. Bernie, with all the trophies and all the races you've won over the years, what is the key to your success?
Well, Jim, the help of the good Lord and our sponsor, August Busch and Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser. Super crew that's worked together for 14 years, a dedicated driver. It don't matter what day it is or when it is, you call Dean Chenoweth, he's there. Same way with the crew. And the Miss Budweiser is a team effort. And they all know that, and they all work toward that goal.
From the owner down to the lowest seniority crew member, it's a team, a loyalty, a unity, a family.
Yes, it is. We're all family. We're here to make friends, and we work hard at it, and all we want to do is win a little boat racing.
You back it financially with the help of your sponsor, but once Dean Chenoweth takes the water, one Bernie Little, the owner, stands on the dock and worries his head off.
Dean's a hard driver and a safe driver, but, you know, it's a dangerous sport, as any sport is. And, you know, yeah, I get worried a lot.
Meet Dean Chenoweth, driver extraordinaire, a national champion for a couple of years. He's won the Gold Cup twice, which is the most coveted of all powerboat racing trophies, and he drives the Miss Budweiser. Coming off a near-tragic accident last fall in a record speed run, 220 miles an hour on Lake Washington in Seattle, he is back in the cockpit competitively. Dean, that brings to mind my first question. After darn near buying the farm in Seattle at 220 miles an hour, why do you climb back in the cockpit?
Jim, I love the racing. I love competition racing, and I don't even begin to compare it to what happened in Seattle last year on a record run. A record run is just completely different in competition racing.
Why? Does it ever cross your mind when you get into the cockpit of a high-powered boat like the Budweiser, you ever stop and say, why am I doing this?
Now, I'll tell you, our crew has got this boat so well prepared, the boat's prepared, the engines are prepared, everything has just been prepared to perfection, and I just feel at home there, I really do.
You know, 200 miles an hour is the record. You tried to break it and were unsuccessful. In competition, though, you can go 180 miles an hour, which on a scanner shows the length of a football field in just a fraction over 1 second. That's hauling.
That's true, Jim, but let me put it this way. In competition at 170, 180, you have control of the boat, okay? But when you're running over 200 miles an hour, if the boat makes one miscue, you have no control.
But 300 foot a second, Dean, with about a ton of water following you in a rooster tail, looks like Niagara Falls is chasing you, and in competition with 4 or 5 other boats that could be behind you, on either side of you, running into the slot, you don't have much time for reaction at 300 foot a second.
Well, the way this boat's prepared, I feel I do. I learned a lot, believe me, you know, not just from being in the accident in Seattle and on the record run, but I learned a lot from that record run about, you know, when the boat, we had it lift on us a little bit at 170 miles an hour, and I was able to put it back out and down on the water and had good control of it. At 180, it was a borderline case, but I found out once over 200 miles per hour, once a boat makes a bad negative mood, that's when you have no control. But up to 180, this boat is so well prepared that you have complete control of it.
what a race. Needless to tell you, the crew did their homework in the summer and the winter, and you can see that. Dean drove a hell of a race, and the Miss Budweiser will be heard from this season.
Thank you for joining us for this small presentation, a little featurette on the runnings of the Miss Budweiser racing team owned by Bernie Little and driver Dean Chenoweth. I guess to really educate you in the sport of unlimited thunderboat racing, it would take quite a bit longer than this featurette film. However, if you want to learn more and get it firsthand, get Hydromania by coming out and watching the Miss Budweiser in action and the rest of the thunderboat fleet whenever they're near your area. For the Budweiser racing team, this is Jim Hendrick. Thank you.